Good morning. This is your girl McQuandria, and I am coming to you with a word from the Lord. So the Lord wanted me to speak this morning about pride. God said that there's a spirit of pride that's just roaming, and it's keeping a lot of you bound. So the Lord gave me a lot of different words to get this message out, right? And today He wrapped it up. So the Lord said that deaths are coming by the thousands. It will shock the world of the calamity coming in the up and coming days. What if you drop the ball and ignore your calling so that everyone connected to you could be saved? See, I'm about to show you who's God. And then the Lord gave me another word on another day, right? And this one was a little bit deeper. Holy Spirit, have your way. And God said, a lot of you do not fear me because you want to be me. Or this new age religion got you thinking you are me. You are not a God. I made you kings. I am the King of kings. I am the only one true living God. You cannot be me. You cannot dethrone me. My wrath is here, and you will see who is God. Glory be to God. And God highlighted Nebuchadnezzar, King Nebuchadnezzar. Now, King Nebuchadnezzar had a dream, right? And King Nebuchadnezzar's dream, it was a warning from God. But King Nebuchadnezzar didn't know how to break this dream down. So he called in the musicians, the enchanters, the sorcerers, and astrologers, right? And we tell you all the time that these things are not of God, right? So then he ended up calling Daniel, and Daniel tell him about the first dream, right? So then King Nebuchadnezzar made an image of gold, 60 cubits high and 6 cubits wide, and set it up on the plain of Dura in the province of Babylon. He then summoned the satraps, prefects, governors, advisors, treasurers, judges, magistrates, and all the other provincial officials to come to the dedication of the image he had set up. So everybody came out, right? So then the herald loudly proclaimed, nations and peoples of every language, this is what you are commanded to do. As soon as you hear the sound of the horn, flute, zither, lyre, harp, pipe, and all kinds of music, you must fall down and worship the image of gold that King Nebuchadnezzar has set up. Whoever does not fall down and worship will immediately be thrown into a blazing furnace. Right? So then you got 3 of God's faithful servants, right? They said, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So you got Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Because these was two, they weren't playing when it came to God, okay? We're not bowing down to that. So when King Nebuchadnezzar found out, he said, I'm going to give y'all one more chance, right? They like, we're not doing it. And guess what? They did not do it. They did not bow down to him because King Nebuchadnezzar, you are not my God. Yeah, you got authority. You got the power and authority that God gave you. But see, King Nebuchadnezzar never acknowledged God. He felt like he was the one that gave him that. I built this. I did this. That's how King Nebuchadnezzar felt. I did this. So the dreams that God was giving him was warning him, like, hey, you need to praise me. You need to give me. You know what I'm saying? You need to honor me. You need to worship me. Praise me. I gave you this. I gave you this power and authority. I gave you this. I made you king. But Nebuchadnezzar didn't do that. So Nebuchadnezzar had 3 men go and take Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego to the blazing furnace. And he had them turn it 7 times higher than normal, right? By the time they get to this burning furnace, the 3 men he sent, they burned up. But see, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego get in the flames. Nah. They still in that. Ain't nothing touched on them. Do you understand? Nothing has been touched on them. So then they looking like, wait a minute. It's a 4th person in there. It's a 4th person in there. They say, look, and this is Daniel 3:25. He said, look, I see 4 men walking around in the fire, unbound and unharmed. And the 4th looked like a son of the gods. So then Nebuchadnezzar looking like, wait a minute. Okay. But he knew that the Most High God was their God. Do you understand? And he knew this before he threw them in there, because they wouldn't bow down to him because their God was the Most High God. Do you understand? So Nebuchadnezzar said, hey, bring them here. So then you come down to Daniel 3:28. Then Nebuchadnezzar said, praise be to the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who has sent his angels and rescued his servants. So now he like, okay. But then because they did not bow down to him, the king promoted Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the province of Babylon. But that wasn't it, because King Nebuchadnezzar had another dream, right? And I'm going to try to hurry up before this 10 minutes out. He had another dream. And this time, he called them back in, the musicians, enchanters, astrologers, diviners, and they came to try to interpret the dream, but they couldn't. So here come Daniel, you got to tell him again. So King Nebuchadnezzar dreamed about a tree, right? So the tree, let me tell y'all real quick about this tree. Let me hurry up. So the tree basically was everything that King Nebuchadnezzar had, right? I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to hurry up before the... Let me see. Let me get y'all together. So I'm in Daniel 4 now. Okay. So Daniel 4:11. The tree grew large and strong, and its top touched the sky. It was visible to the ends of the earth. Its leaves were beautiful, its fruit abundant, and on it was food for all. Under it, the wild animals found shelter, and the birds lived in its branches. From it, every creature was fed. So basically, the dream he had, he basically was being warned, like, hey, everything that you have, I will destroy it if you do not praise me. But King Nebuchadnezzar didn't listen. So I'm going to have to do part 2, because this is good. Glory be to God. This is good. Because King Nebuchadnezzar was warned, and God told him what he'll go through, and he had to go through it 7 years. But King Nebuchadnezzar didn't listen. He did not listen. So then the tree was cut down, but God still left a stump. Let me try to hurry up. God still left a stump, right? And all of that happened to him, it happened 12 months after he was warned. But at the end, Nebuchadnezzar raised his eyes towards heaven, and his sanity was restored, right? Because he lost everything. He went crazy. He was eating like an ox. He was just eating great. He was just out of there, right? So his sanity was restored. Then he praised the Most High and honored and glorified him who lives forever. And I'm going to come back with part 2. Y'all got to come back for part 2.